finally at the end of all of Rob Zombie's movies. With his most recent movie that just came out on Tuesday, we're looking at his version of the 1960s cult classic TV series, The Munsters. Now, is this better or worse than it? Let's talk about it. Let's get into my positives. My positives of this movie, I did like Richard Blake, what he had in this movie. He was the scientist that created Herman Munster, but pretty much all of the movies that he's in that I've watched, he's always pretty good, but I think his best performance has been in 31 so far. But what he has in this movie, I think he does pretty good in. And I do like the soundtrack, but no surprise to me because Rob Zombie's movies always do have such has a catchy or a fun soundtrack, and I wasn't really surprised by that, really. And the humor, I didn't really expect the humor to get me, but Rob Zombie did pretty good with a family-friendly movie. I was really surprised when I found out he was directing the Munsters remake. I was like, dude, this guy's directed like R-rated movies. He's made like really violent movies. Like, look at The Devil's Rejects. Look at Halloween 2. Like, Halloween 2 was, like, the most violent of the franchise until Halloween Kills came out. And I was like, how is he going to do a comedy movie? But he does really, really actually good at doing the humor in this movie. And I actually saw myself laughing a few times. And I was really surprised by that. And another thing that really surprised me was Sherry Moon Zombie. I think this is her best performance besides of House of a Thousand Corpses. I think her Lily is actually not that bad. Not better than the one in the TV series, but she actually does pretty good in this movie, and I was really surprised. She's not a great actress. I can agree with that. Some of her acting is not so great in some of the other Rob Zombie movies, but I do like her. She's a pretty good actress for what she does, such as in House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. But in this, I was honestly really surprised, and to me, I think this might be her best performance. And I do like the new Grandpa actor too. I thought he was really good as well. But just watching the teaser and the trailer, I already thought that he was already good. Now, Al Lewis, who plays him in the original series, I think he's still the better one, but the new Grandpa in here, I think he's pretty cool. And the ending to this movie is perfect. I cannot think of another way to end this movie is where Rob Zombie recreated the opening of the original TV series. Now, that was the teaser trailer for this movie, but just watching the teaser, I kind of got excited. But the way that he ended this movie, I think it was perfect. The way he ended, I think it was just perfect. Just mwah, French kiss, if chef's kiss. Sorry, not French kiss, chef's kiss. Mwah. But I can admit there are a few negatives of this movie. I feel that this movie should have been in black and white. Now, Rob Zombie is a fan of the original TV series. Hell, he named probably his number one hit song, Dracula, after the car in the Munsters, Dragula. He named the Dracula song after that car, and I feel that he did say that he wanted to film it in black and white, but Universal wouldn't let him, and I guess because it wouldn't attract some of the audience, but I watched the version of the trailer where it was in black and white, and I thought it looked better in black and white. I thought it looked amazing in black and white, but for some reason, they just wouldn't let him make it in black and white. I guess because of new audiences, new technology, people probably wouldn't have watched it. I love old school movies. I watch the classic Monsters movies all the time. They're like right there on my bedstand, and I watched at least one of them every single day. And I'll probably do a review series someday. Who knows what I'll do. But I don't know why they wouldn't let him shoot in black and white. I was really hoping on the Blu-ray there would be a setting to watch the movie in black and white. But sadly there wasn't. Now my biggest negative of this movie is Herman Munster in this movie. I feel he was miscast. I forget the actor's name, but he was the cop in Three from Hell, like, who freed Baby. Yeah, that's probably all you need to know. He was horribly miscast by him. If you were going to ask me, I would have probably hired Tyler Mane. He is perfect height for Herman Munster. He already has a deep voice. Just have him shave off his beard. He would have been absolutely perfect for Herman Munster. I can only see Herman Munster being played by Tyler Mane in this movie. I don't know why Rob Zombie didn't go to him. Maybe he didn't want to do it. Maybe he just didn't want him to do it. That's who I would have asked to do it. And I hate his voice. I find it annoying. It is so squeaky. He sounds like he's going through fucking puberty. I don't even know what his voice is. It sounds so annoying. I hate the voice. It just makes me want to turn off the movie and just put on the original series and just watch Fred Gwynn play this awesome character. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Fred Gwynn. If Fred Gwynn is awesome as Herman Munster, he is Herman Munster, and I'm pretty sure Herman Munster made him popular because a lot of people know him from Herman Munster and the Munsters. Hell, when I watched Pet Sematary, I already knew who he was because of the Munsters. That I could baffle about him all day, but I have one more negative that I need to share. And that is, I don't like how it's a prequel. It's answering questions I didn't need to be asked, like how they got the house, how they got their dog or dragon spot, how the guy got turned into a bat. Those are questions I wasn't asking for, but I am glad Rob Zombie did something different, because I'm glad that he's not trying to make like a whole hour-long show with a kid, Marilyn, Grandpa, Lily, Herman. I'm glad that he didn't do that, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of prequels, and this answers too many questions for me. But I did enjoy this movie. This is not a movie I would recommend to everybody. I would say at least stream it on Netflix. It's streaming on Netflix right now. Go check it out on Netflix right now, and if you enjoy it, go out and buy it. And if you don't like it, well, I guess that's on you, but Rob's movies are always divisive, or they're a mixed bag for me. But for me, I did enjoy this movie for what it was, and I do recommend that you stream it. And if you guys enjoyed this review, hit the like button and the subscribe button and bell notifications so you will get notified for my latest videos. But until my next video or review, take care.